Number 5, action to adopt resolution 16-12 of the Paulding County Board of Commissioners reaffirming resolution 16-05 requesting the Paulding County delegation to the Georgia General Assembly to introduce a bill to amend the Paulding County Airport Authority. Is there a motion? Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion?
Yeah.
Does anybody have any discussion on it at all?
Well, I think last time we met, everybody was pretty much in agreement this is something that needed to happen. Everybody said they were for it, so hopefully this time we'll have a unanimous vote.
Well, I got a legal opinion last night that asking us to do this is just like asking Hiram to make a change in Dallas or Dallas to make a change in Hiram. That this resolution actually needs to come from the airport authority was the legal opinion I got last night.
Now, I would like to disagree with that legal opinion because Hiram doesn't sponsor, they don't pay for Dallas, Dallas doesn't pay for Hiram. However, we do fund the airport authority. So therefore, I do think we have a connection and a right to bring this forth first. I would go further and say this, Mr. Chairman, if you felt you could abstain because you do sit on both boards and there may be a conflict of interest there in a vote.
I'd like to say that we introduced this on February 9th, just 4 weeks ago. I have talked to Mike Dugan, Bill Heath, Howard Maxwell, Paulette Bragg, talked to Kimberly Alexander, talked to Mike Bradley in depth Saturday for over 8 hours on the phone combined. I understand what you're saying. It was pointed out it could be like the Board of Commissioners trying to lower the school tax on the school board. And we don't even get any of those taxes, the school system does. So I get that scenario. However, on this, I want to point out that there are 9 members on that board. Anybody can correct me if I make a mistake here. We have the mayor of Dallas, the mayor of Hiram, president of the chamber. We have the chairman of the board of commissioners. And the other 5 members are combined from, naturally, the IBA and the airport authority, with all of them coming through this board as a vote. So when you look at it that way, this board votes on 5 combined members to be on the airport authority, and this board has the chairman of the board of commissioners sitting on it, so we actually have 6. With this new resolution, we are cutting that down to 5. 1 for each commissioner sitting up here, including the chairman, to appoint somebody. 1 for each mayor, which keeps them involved, and 2 for our delegation. The Citizen Steering Committee recommended that, with the exception of 1, they only recommended 1 for the delegation. We added another board member to go from 8 to 9. Both committees on the IBA and the Airport Authority, both committees recommended the board be split. Both committees had representation from each commissioner, chairman, both mayors, and from the chamber. And on both of those committees, even with the chamber vote, they all recommended, the Airport Authority recommended this, and both boards recommended that they be separate. And this is really what it's about. It's about separation of those boards. What troubles me is I talked to Micah and Dugan very early on. When we sent this to them on February 9th, which they actually received it on the 11th, but some of them got emails and phone calls prior to that. I've sent them all several emails, sent them the steering committee recommendations, and then we want to bring that up in the 12th hour. We fund that board. This board actually appoints 5 members total on that board. with the chairman sitting there, and we've given everybody the same representation that they had before. It just boils down to no elected officials sitting on the board, and it boils down to splitting the two boards. If you're on the airport authority, you are not allowed to sit on any other board. And I think the last 2.5 years has proven that that needs to be separate, and that's what this is about.
And I'd like to add, remember, this is the recommendation made primarily by the steering committee, which this board put together, but actually before I got here, but the board did put it together, including Chairman Austin. If we had the authority to put together a steering committee, surely we have the authority to vote on this. In my opinion, why do you want to separate these two boards? Accountability. Right now, there's not any accountability. You got the same people voting the same way. Let's get different people on there and have some accountability on these two boards. So to me, the way I see it, a vote for this resolution is a vote for accountability. A vote against it is saying we don't need accountability. Thank you.
Any other discussion?
Mr. Chairman, after our last meeting, I felt that we had done what we needed to do in a timely manner in order to get it to them. We've come back and we've allowed this vote today, put it on the agenda so that we would have a post one commissioner here. I would like to ask that you show unity with this and ask for your vote to support this for the future of our county, for accountability, for making sure that we do the right thing that needs to be done with these two boards. We went through a lot of process over the last couple of years with what's going on, and I think we've involved the citizens since the announcement. And this is one of their recommendations, and everybody was equally represented at that time, both all commissioners, chairman, mayors in the chamber, and this is what they all agreed with, unanimous. And just would like to ask that we start the healing process and move forward, and this vote could be part of that. If the delegation wanted that, they had 4 weeks to talk about it before they talked about it this past Saturday or last night or whatever. And with us already appointing people on that board, us financially taking care of their finances on both of those boards, this is the right thing for us to do for the citizens of this county to move forward in the future. And I think it's an important vote. I would ask that you support it. And if you don't, I would request that you abstain.
Any other discussion?
I would like to say thank you to the gentleman on this board for bringing it back up today so that the people of Post 1 can have a voice in this resolution. I agree with Todd, it's a very important issue, and I appreciate you being willing to bring it back up.
Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Nay. Passes 4-1. Number 6, action to adopt resolution 16-13, confirming executive session for the purpose of litigation and tender litigation. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nay. That's 4-1. That's the conclusion of regular business sessions and no executive session. No one participating on the non-agenda items. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
The last one was 4-1? 4-1?
Before
We all went in there.
Can we do that?
We all went in there and discussed litigation and pending litigation. I guess you can do that vote, but we were all there.
I can't ask them to change vote.
Correct.
The majority of the board passes it, they pass it. Mr. Austin would still have to sign the affidavit, it's attached to the resolution.
Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Well, I just wanted to, I had talked to some of the stock group and some of the Protect Pollen, and they've all come in here today without their shirts, and don't they look nice? They all come in to support Ron Davis, and I'm sure that Ron appreciates that, so thank you.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nay? There's 5. Thank you all.
He's just putting